Okay, it says I'm live. I guess I am. I, what was it, yesterday or the day before? I said something about walls being behind walls and ceilings being behind ceilings in an area I'm tearing out in my apartment. And I was continuing to see how far that goes. And um I found uh, an area uh, behind my walls. Nothing spectacular, but it's narrow. It's only about 1.4 feet or 41 centimeters wide, but it's around 5 feet long. That's like, almost as tall as I am. And there's no pipes on the floor. There's nothing on the floor. It's just empty floor space. Um, the there's an overhead pipe, but it's not low. It's really really high up, and it's like I want to do something with that, but it's really narrow. What can I do? The only thing I can think of doing is, I don't know, maybe making some kind of secret room or something. I don't know. Um, I'm I've been I can't stop my brain from thinking about this. It's I opened up the wall directly behind the washing machine, and it was just empty space. Were a couple of studs there, and I was I took my light down from here and plugged it in back there and looked back there, and I was like, my God, this is all empty space. And I couldn't resist. I had to go back there um, to get a better look. And the it was a little it was a little bit difficult. I had to get a step ladder, climb on top of the washing machine, sitting on the washing machine, take the step ladder and put it between me and the wall to go between the studs into the area and put it down to where I could step on it. Um, because right now the only way to get in there is to climb over the washer, and that's kind of high from the concrete floor, because the concrete floor back there is like the lowest part. It's lower than the regular floor here, and the washing machine is even like raised up even a little more because it has like a drainage pan um, that's maybe about this tall underneath the entire washing machine. So the washing machine's even taller. So that's a little bit of a drop there to try to climb in and out from, sideways between studs. Um, but I managed to get in there, and behind I could see behind my water heater, and if the I didn't have an extension cord on my light, so I couldn't really, investigate all the way where I wanted to go. But I think that around my water heater, is there are some walls around my water heater, and I'm not sure exactly why they need to be there. Um, Maybe thermal issues to help keep the water heater from cooling down too quickly. I guess I don't know, but so I was able to see the other side of that for the first time, which is something I've been dying to do because when you look at my water heater, it's in a little space between an exterior wall and the outside bathroom wall, and you you can't you can barely even get an arm. I'm not. I don't know. I don't. I'm not even sure if you can get an arm in between the space there. But you can if you look back, you can see that. I think that the cats are going behind the wall. Um, if you look back, you can see that there's a wall behind the water heater, and it doesn't look in too great a condition, and it looks like it has like maybe some kind of peeling wallpaper or something. And so ever since I first saw that there was a wall back there that didn't look so good, I wanted to try to find a way to get there and do something about that wall, and I've found a way. Um, I can get there. So there are still a few more things that between the washing machine and the exterior wall, there's still a few little things, framing, useless framing studs there that were doing absolutely practically nothing. Um, and if I take those out and take out the studs behind the washing machine that aren't doing anything, um, then maybe I can be able to not have to climb over the washing machine and can just like kind of suck it in and turn sideways and scooch in through there. And if I can do that, then I can uh, take take down the walls around the water heater from behind, and it looks like it's just like some regular drywall board up there, uh, sheetrock, gypsum board, whatever you want to call it. Um, but like on the bottom, very bottom, maybe about foot and a half. Um, as I said, I didn't have my lights. I couldn't get real close to see exactly what it was, but there's some black stuff on the backside of those wall boards. And so I don't know if that's actual mold, black mold, something back there, or if it's just got damp at some point and had some water damage and just like dirt sticks to it or something. I don't know. I wasn't able to see close enough, but the the wall board that's up higher seems to be fine, and I was thinking I could take out all that stuff. And okay, I'm checking myself. Yeah, that works. Okay. Um, take out the framing around the water heater and the the wall boards. Um, and depending on what it is, what that dark discoloration is on the bottom wall board, I might just cut that part off and throw it away, or it might be something I can clean up and reuse the wall board. But I was thinking, instead of just having um, the wall board there, I could maybe have something with a little better insulation factor around it. And there are these styrofoam, they're like the same size as like drywall sheets, um, approximately. Uh, and what is it? I styrofoam IBS or IBX or something like that. I forget. It's been a little while since I looked it up. But they've got those styrofoam boards, and I checked them out. I looked on the company website, and it said that you could plaster all right on the surface of the board. So since you can only see a little bit of the wall behind the water heater. I was thinking, instead of having all that uh, framework and studs and wood and shit back there, I could get some of those foam insulation boards, um, and just put enough uh, plaster or whatever on the front of it so that it looks, from the little bit you can see through the shadows of the cracks, so that it looks like it's a wall, and just like connect those together in like the three-sided box shape that it's currently in. And that would be something, really lightweight, not too difficult to do. And I wouldn't really have to worry too much about being square or having everything completely smooth, because you can just barely see it behind there. Just, something so that it looks like there's a wall and it has a better insulation factor is what I want to do with that. And then whatever, like framing and drywall materials that I could salvage uh, from taking that stuff out, I could use to do something with that little space. I was thinking I'd have to find a way to make like a little door or something to be able to access it. But I was thinking of making like a space to put uh, long handled things like mop, broom, um, some. Okay, I still have some extra long boards and some extra laundry poles and things like that. Like maybe have like, I don't really have all that many long things, so maybe I could have like part of it be like long things, and then have like uh just a little part of it be like for long things, and then maybe have like a shelf next to that where I could put other things that don't get used all that much on a regular basis, that are just kind of taking up space in my closet. Um, there are some seasonal things, uh, extra blankets, um, like just and various little random things. I could just stick them in boxes and put them in that and shut the door and free up that much more space in my closet, which I plan to make smaller at some point. And or since sometime in the future I would like to move the kitchen to where I believe it originally was. Um, I have a little more extra depth there that I could use for that. So maybe I could have, because, well, you can't see it because I've got supplies, wood and fabric and padding, and all piled up on a table blocking the kitchen. But from right here, the line at the side of my head to right about right there is like the entire kitchen. So on this side is one IH stovetop burner, and then on this side is just a small sink, and above the sink are just a couple of shelves. So if I moved the kitchen to where it was originally long ways against this wall back there, it would be right up against that empty space. So instead of just having like a couple little shelves above the sink, maybe I could have like a cabinet next to the sink that would be like flush with the wall to store stuff in there. And since I'd have the depth there, there'd be more of an ability to put things under the sink, because right now it's like all I can put under the sink is a stack of cleaning rags, a roll of paper towels, the dishwashing soap, and it's like the rest is like the sink pipes. So there's very, very little space underneath the sink. So if I had a little more depth underneath the sink to the side, I could have space to put those like all those cleaning supplies and stuff there. And another thing I could do, but it wouldn't be quite as easy because my bathroom is like a prefab unit that they just get all the pieces in when they're making the place, and then put it together like a puzzle on site. And so I'm not sure exactly what material the panels of the walls for that are, but I'd have some space where I could like maybe cut a hole in the bathroom wall and make like a medicine cabinet or something, because I have no cabinet there is zero storage in the bathroom. There's nothing. There's you've got a sink that partially overlaps the tub, um, with and it just has like a little bit of space on each side of like the faucet knobs. Um, and then the rim around the tub is it's like really narrow, and you can't even really set anything on there. And like extra soap, extra toilet paper, all that stuff is on top of some plastic drawers right back there, next to the kitchen, um, is extra rolls of toilet paper and yeah, extra rolls of toilet paper and some extra Kleenex tissue boxes. Um, and so like the toilet cleaner, the actual like bottle toilet cleaning supplies are just like sitting on the back of on top of the toilet because there's a place to put them unless I just want to put them on the floor, which I don't really want to do because the floor is the part that gets the most dirty, and I don't want to be having to pick up dirty cleaning bottles. Um, but I'm just like rambling because my brain just won't stop. I could do, and it's I I don't even I kind of know where to start, but I don't know when to stop. And there's just so many different possibilities. I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this, and it's just all spinning around in my head at the same time. But it's 5 in the evening, so I have maybe like 4 more hours where I can be noisy. Um, so I had probably better try to stop thinking and go back to the tear out, the noisy stuff, and get that done while I can, so I can do the quieter tidying up and putting the trash in bags and sweeping and stuff later when I have to be quiet. Uh, I I was planning on looking at options, what options I could do in here, and doesn't look like there are many options for me to do. But I I did a little bit of video when I first opened up the wall and found the empty space, but I'll probably with with my regular camera be taking some more stuff on what's going on back there in the rabbit hole, uh, as things progress. So I guess I'll just leave the video for now and get back to some noisy deconstruction. Yes, I want to.